We are off to Kelly's. That's where we're gonna have our first in the field video this time around. I'm really excited. Here we go. In LA, it's just all about making sure you're not parked in the wrong place, and I'm not today, so that's great. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, it took a little bit longer, but you know how it's like, it'll say, oh, 12 minutes, and then it's not actually 12 minutes. It was definitely not actually 12 minutes. Okay, I'm like walking up right now. I see you. It's okay. The dog will just have to get used to me, and then
it will. It just
hello.
Hello. Hey. Ignore you. You're okay. Hey.
Horrible.
No.
Our new business cards here. Look at that. New business cards.
Yeah, business
Thanks
cards.
to Erica Behringer
Yay!
for putting it together. Welcome to Colegrove Camellia. This is video number 2. If you haven't checked out our first video, go back and check out as we kind of talked about true tea. We talked about what is tea. So today we wanted to kind of go in and explain it in a different way of like what we're doing with tastings and kind of show you what that would look like in your house. We're gonna try 4 different kinds of teas like we did in the first video. This time we're like kind of talking about it as a conversation. Kelly, what are you excited about to try? What are you excited about trying tea today?
Well, it's funny that we're doing this today. I had a whole conversation with kids today about how much tea I drink, and they were like, what? So, because they just know I always have my glass with me, so.
Looks like the kettle's almost done, so why don't we kind of start like I did last time. We're gonna talk about white tea first. So Kelly, have you had much white tea? Look at that, there it is right there.
Perfect.
Have you had much white tea, Kelly?
I have not. You kind of introduced me to white tea.
In my experience, when you walk into a tea store, I just see like the smell jars all the time, and people are always talking about aroma, and they're like, oh my god, it smells like this. Like, have you had any experiences like that?
Yeah, like, you know, this is strawberry champagne, and this is lavender bubble bath, and
right, lavender bubble bath, right. American tea culture in a
I don't want to drink my bubble bath.
I think that's the thing that's unfortunate is like you smell tea and then you're like, oh, it doesn't smell like anything. Oh, it must not be good. Honestly, the best stuff, it has subtle smells. So like,
yeah, this barely has a smell.
Right. So in a sense, just like the just the unoxidized white tea, it's not supposed to be pungent and crazy. Like that's the whole gist about it. This
looks like a lovely bath.
Right?
Like, I want to just swim in this.
Again, Fahrenheit, 170, 180 is kind of your sweet spot, depending on how you like it.
I think when I have had it, it's been later in the day.
Okay. Which honestly is great. So if you, caffeine, white tea has the lowest of the true teas an amount of caffeine in terms of by milligrams. So I feel like this is about 2-3 minutes. Yay. So be nice and careful here. But the key is you just want to go this way, you know, dip, and you want to catch as much. We're probably gonna spill a little bit. There'll probably be a little floaties in there, but that's totally okay. So yeah, a little floaty. Oh yeah, it's great, good golden liqueur this time.
It smells like when you go in a botanical garden, kind of that the first step into the botanical garden. Does that make sense?
It's like
you're not knee deep in flowers yet, or greens.
Not.
It's just that first like fresh, like get ready for some smells.
Yeah, almost like this feeling that the flowers smell after it rains.
Yeah.
That's what it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that morning dew kind of thing. My first.
Yeah, get your taste.
The white tea has a nice place in the tea world, but it's not for everybody, and that's totally okay. What's cool about tea is you can have different experiences with it, and you don't have to just like one. You can like any of them. But I'm excited about this green tea. What's your experience with green tea?
I love that that's your favorite, because that's maybe my least favorite.
Least favorite. I feel like in my experience, why people really don't like green tea is it's probably been brewed wrong, to be honest. Like anytime at a coffee shop, anytime at like Starbucks, Tivano, like it's like they just don't know how to brew it. It's just hot
water in it, yeah.
Well, yeah, or even the hot water that's not like the right temperature. If it's brewed wrong and that's the only way you've had it, like why would you like it? But I feel like with green tea, if you miss that window, it's like awful. But if you get the time and the temperature correct, it can be a great cup of tea. So I'm determined to get Kelly to like this green tea. Right. This tea right now. Boom, here's our green. Should be about ready.
It's okay. It must just be how the water's been, because I like this a lot better than any green tea I've ever had. It's a lot smoother. I'm thinking bamboo. I've never eaten bamboo, but it, for some reason, reminding of that.
Kelly thinks it's bamboo-like. I'll give you that. That's like fair. Like if I've eaten bamboo. They put it in ramen a lot out here, actually.
I've done several tours of of a version of Jungle Book, and our set was just huge pieces of bamboo all over the stage on these stands. So I just have this like fondness and like, oh, the bamboo, because we'd have to like stick it in our Penske truck and put them up. But so it kind of like brought me to like, oh, Jungle Book.
Still notes of earth, still notes of like that kind of like grassy astringency, warm bamboo spinachy quality to it.
I'm finishing the green tea. Be proud.
Yeah, she's finishing the green tea, guys.
Finishing the green tea.
It's a party. It's a party. We made a green tea that Kelly likes. It's exciting.
Yes.
It's exciting. It's exciting. I'm curious what your experience with oolong or oolong tea is.
When I would go to different tea houses in New York, I would try to branch out and try different things.
I think this is the secret, like the best stuff you don't know about is oolong or oolong tea, depending on what part of the world you're in. The key is to remember what that tea looked like before we brewed it. So there's like little beads, those kind of, it's like super tiny, honestly, like in my finger. Like that's how big this little rolled up tea leaf is. So honestly, what I'm gonna do this time is like just do a 30 seconds and like kind of wake up the leaves. But for my tea heads, like, yeah, I know we're not doing a crazy traditional wash, whatever. We're not doing, but for just to kind of recreate that a little bit, kind of wake up the leaves, drain that out, steep again.
Good morning, hello, wake up, it's time to go. Been watching a lot of Marvelous Miss Maisel, so.
Right, so that's after the 30-second wash. That's like nothing. That just like opens them up a little bit, yeah?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So I like what Kelly said. I wish we could record like the smell of this.
Oh, it smells amazing.
Yeah. But it's the, so this is like after the wash, just kind of getting those leaves woken up again. This is a milk oolong from Taiwan. One of my favorites. Think of it like what we're doing today is what we could bring to you, but it's instead of it being us talking to camera, it's like just us sharing and having a conversation with you trying tea. We don't bring the camera, we don't have any of that. That's kind of for us to make it more engaging to a wider audience. But what I'm really excited about these tastings is actually being able to stop and just have tea just with like complete strangers, but like it's exciting because we all share that love of tea.
While we're pouring, we did, when Ryan and I started talking about this, and I was like, I want to do something with your knowledge and my love for tea and passing it along. We did a little trial run with my mom and her best friend, and then my roommate and one of our mutual friends, just to kind of try it out. And it was just so lovely. It was just a lovely night, and it was fun to talk about it. And now they're looking at tea differently, and Ryan's so good at bringing in Ryan's so good at bringing in what does tea mean to you, how can you fit it in your day. And half the stuff he said today, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. And we've talked a lot about it. So it's a fun experience. You can't get something like this, and you can't actually try this here. I wish I could give it to you through the camera, but we cannot. Yeah.
So that's why we're doing it for you guys.
Yes.
That's really well said, Kelly. And I think that was the moment for me when I knew I wanted to do this for real. Being able to create that engaging experience with complete strangers that I hadn't met before, but knowing like I'd done that before in a tea shop, but creating that. Bringing that extra barrier of us coming to you. We're just there to share, spend an hour of your time talking about tea.
Yeah.
Smell the wet leaves even before we try it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, going back to my botanical garden reference.
Okay.
This smells like the white tea was right when you walk in, and then we walked over to the bamboo for the green tea, and now this is Hawaiian wildflowers section.
It's buttery.
Look how big they are now.
Right? Okay. So
From the little balls.
show me. So those little pearls like really make such a engaging like that's barely even unfurled. So it's beautiful. Like look at
That's so much.
that. Look at that. Look at that.
He's so excited.
Let's taste it. Yeah. Oh yeah. That golden liqueur. I know you can't really see it. That's just like that golden color. It's just so nice. The fact it's growing in the mountains, like you can feel that kind of like morning air, that misty quality to it. But that almost buttery on the tongue, where it's like it's absolutely full bodied. The milk oolong, no dairy. Again, no dairy, no milk actually in it. But that kind of creaminess that you would get with something like a dairy product. That was good. That's good. Kelly has liked each of the teas we've tried so far.
Very much.
That's what I'm talking about. Kelly likes tea. You know, she's not a hard sell.
No.
But she liked the green tea.
I'm impressed. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm impressed that I liked the green tea. So much of the secret, not just the quality of the tea, is the temperature of the water. Because I mean, my whole life I was just like boil, pour. I wouldn't have known that unless you told me.
It's true tea. You really want to be conscious of that time, temperature, and the amount that you're doing. Okay? Boom.
All right, black tea, black tea, black tea. I want to say, this is gonna sound weird, leather.
Leather? Okay. After the campfire is settled, kind of that, like not too
I like that
smoky,
too.
not smoky like right away. Burnt wood kind of
You,
quality.
yes. That's
But not
great
smoky,
smell.
but like after it's already kind of settled.
That's a
So,
good,
I have
yeah.
to do 205, just slightly under. So pour it there. So you love black tea. I'll like turn
love
over to
black
Kelly.
tea.
What about that you have? Why do you love black tea? What is your?
Well, that's what to me tea is. It's how I start my day. It's my middle of the day pick me up. Sometimes it's my at night. I like to drink black tea.
Steep it there. Take it out. This one steeped it 5 minutes at 205. Slightly.
That was a good description of the after the fire. Not smoky.
Not smoky. That's
It's
like
the
other
post.
Chinese.
Yeah, that smells good.
Still kindling.
Yeah. I like those smells a lot, so that's probably another reason subconsciously why I like black tea.
Cheers. Cheers to last cup of tea.
Yes. It's so good. I don't know, it like just hits in all the right flavor places.
It's definitely robust, but not
It's not acidic.
so much of tea is the level of astringency you're comfortable with. Do you like it hearty? Like some people will make it super pungent and then just add milk to it and then it just cancels it out. Versus like if you're just drinking straight black tea, you want to get it right.
And just the color. I love the color. I love it. Makes me happy.
Any other final thoughts on this tea or some of the other teas we tried today?
I will still say black is my favorite. Through you, I've given more teas a chance, and just that, I mean, that green tea, I'm surprised I liked it. I'm excited to
Expand your palate.
yeah, expand my palate.
If you can take what you learned here today and adapt it to your own life, that's the win-win for us. We love it, and we're trying all this great tea, but we want to pass that torch to you as the viewer. I'm really excited about what Colegrove Camellia has in store.
Just felt like when the first day we started talking about launching this, it was just, we both knew we were like, this is something we want to do.
If you liked what you learned here today, or something that you thought your friend might like, share, talk about us, like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share. You know, if you live in LA, the best way to continue to engage with us is going to be through a tea tasting. We do those tea tastings as we alluded to before. But if you don't live in LA, no worries at all. Continue to watch the channel, continue to share. We hope to expand outside of just LA. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching our video this week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for having me, Kelly. It was nice to have you in your home to kind of show like the viewers like what a tea tasting would look like when we come into your place. So it's been fun. Let me give you a hug.
Yes,
Thank you
hug
so
me.
much.
Aw.
So cool. We're gonna head out here,
Yep.
and I'm gonna go to my writers group. So it's gonna be a fun little thing, and we will see you guys next time.
See you next